is Turkana, one of Kenya's poorest and driest regions. People and the animals they depend on must travel large distances to reach the few water sources in this semi-arid desert. During the harshest months, people often have to go days without water and food. In 2011 and 2012, one of the worst droughts in history struck the Horn of Africa. 12 million people in Kenya and Somalia were at risk of starvation. The people of Turkana lost tens of thousands of livestock, their main source of income, because there was no water. Thousands of people became ill and malnutritioned. Hundreds of people lost their lives.
Food is a challenge in this area. Ano ni? Arumar.
To add to the pressure on these already limited resources, hundreds of thousands of refugees from Somalia, Sudan, and Congo live in refugee camps across the region. They are forced to share boreholes with the existing population. In Kakuma refugee camp in central Turkana, there are over 100,000 refugees, and more arrive daily in search of better lives. But this endless quest for water is also driving Kenyans across the border into Sudan, which is leading to conflict.
So when there is no adequate water in Turkana area, they decide to go to either South Sudan or Uganda. So that one, the neighbors from the other side say, why are Turkana people coming to get their water? So they cause, they fight, and they kill people, and they take the animals.
My name is Casey Walter, and I'm a water specialist working with UNESCO. My job is to use space technology to trace underground water reserves that are hidden only meters below the Earth's surface. In 2011, I saw images of the devastating drought in the Horn of Africa region captured by the media. It was clear that people in the region were unaware that there were massive underground aquifers in some of the worst affected regions. If they could be helped to map these aquifers to develop water supplies around them, we could provide the means to sustain life. UNESCO's Grid Map program involves a new generation of space technologies that enables rapid, precise exploration and mapping of hidden groundwater.
Well, this is like a Google map, is it? What's the point?
It finds groundwater by combining satellite technology with local information and oil industry data. At the time of the drought, maps pinpointing sites to drill oil were revealed, but no one had created precise maps to find water, the element that sustains life. A French scientist named Alain Gachet began doing just that. He generated maps on all existing water in the region and stored them on a satellite navigation system.
What we see on the screen is a result of new space technologies, and working from my desk in Provence with a satellite running 800 kilometers high over Kenya allowed me from my desk in France to map already what we're going to discover now here in Turkana. You see, you have bubbles here. So the water doesn't run off, it comes from underground.
We conducted a grid map survey of the northern and central part of Turkana using Watex. We mapped out all the groundwater in the area, including shallow and deep aquifers. What we found were massive quantities of reliable water, over 250 billion cubic meters. We identified many areas that had shallow, easy-to-reach water, but we also found 5 large deep aquifers. These aquifers, if used effectively and sustainably, could provide water to improve livelihoods and transform this region. We studied how reliable these aquifers are and discovered that all of them are replenishable.
My name is Guy Avognon. I am the head of the UNHCR sub-office here in Kakuma, with a population of 113,000 people and a rate of arrival of 2,000 refugees per month. For a population like this in an arid area, you need to have some level of accuracy of where you can find water to accommodate that number of refugees. And this can only be done if you have tools that provide you some level of accuracy to allow you decide where to settle the refugees. And I think for UNHCR, this is what we've been waiting for a very long time.
We have found out how much water is available for refugees and helped to determine the future of the Kakuma refugee camp.